Clicking it. I think it worked.
You think it's working?
I think it's working. I think we're doing it.
Okay.
What worked?
Tonight on Talking Beards, episode 382, we're talking about the 2025 World Beard and Mustache Championships in Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh with a question mark on it.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I always mix that up with the other P one, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
See, I can't even name them now.
Definitely not Philadelphia.
Definitely not.
That's different places. Right.
We have Jason Sealand with us to answer all your wild questions. So catch us tonight on Talking Beards, filmed live in front of a studio audience of cats from Talking Beards Studio South. Talking Beards.
Talking Beards. Yeah. Like Natalie said, we got Jason Sealand on the show tonight talking about the Worlds. It's coming up, Shawn. This thing is coming up fast. Less than a month away.
It is.
Are you excited?
I am so. I have so many feelings. Excited is one of them. Yes.
Well, let's get this show on the road so we can learn everything there is to know about the World Beard and Mustache Championships.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's go.
Talking Beards, the podcast.
Welcome all you beard lovers to our podcast where we try weird things to eat, play some trivia, chat about life, and who knows, maybe even talk about beard stuff too. Now it's time to meet your host, Erin D. Johnston and Shawn Big Sexy Glander. And as always, behind the scenes is producer Natalie.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody in Talking Beards world? We still have our music going on. I forgot to click a button. We're doing it. I think Natalie's working on it. Are you working on it?
We're like,
oh,
are we like
oh my gosh, she's not
what are we
working
doing?
on it.
I'm not.
Hold on. There we go. We did it. What's up, everybody? I'm Aaron D. Johnston. I'm over here. We are live. This is episode number 382 of Talking Beards, and we're going to be talking to Jason Sealand about the World Beard and Mustache Championships tonight live.
It's
Did I say we're live? I think
we're doing it.
I think we're
live.
Yeah. So if
there's a little red light up there,
there is. So if you have a question, get that thing ready. You can spit it in there, and we'll try to scroll back to it or whatever. But Jason will be on
so much
here.
world's information tonight.
So all the world's information. I don't think there's a question that you could answer about Worlds that Jason Sealand won't know the answer to. So hit him with some curveballs tonight, and let's just see what answers he comes up with. Really,
should at least throw curveballs at him and see if they hit him.
He loves the Pirates, so I bet he's a good batter. Probably
he might just be able to reflect or to reflect, whatever.
Reflect.
Bottom line, he's gonna freaking answer every question you got. He is the all knowledgeable man about the Worlds, and even knowledgeable because of our backstage talks going on here. That breaking news. I'll see y'all there.
Breaking news. What's going on?
I'll see you there.
Oh.
I'm gonna go.
Breaking news is Shawn's gonna be there. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go.
You can't drop that on me without some sort of warning. I could have. Do we even have a breaking news?
Do we have like a cool breaking news thing?
We did at one point in time. Oh, okay. I got this. That's the news. I don't know. That was Matt's theme song. Apparently, it's still in there. Anyway, breaking news. Shawn's on the world.
It was okay, but
my bad.
But yeah, no, I'm doing it. I'm actually, my other screen is flights at the moment. So here we go.
Other screen is flying at the moment. That's good.
It is all over the place. It is already on its way to meet Jason in Pittsburgh, not Philadelphia, because as close as they are, those places are worlds apart.
Breaking news. Cardi wants to know if you're going to go against him.
Oh no. The last thing I need to do that weekend is to worry about a freestyle. So
Oh no.
No, sir. You're safe.
No, sir.
You're safe once again.
You're safe, Cardi. He's not gonna come take you down. You're safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad you're deciding. Excuse me. I'm glad you're deciding to go. I know you've been going back and forth with it, and
there's just so much going on right now.
I get it, dude. I get it. There's.
I'm supposed to be at a comp a week before that. Out of town, and then I got my comp like less than a month after that. So yeah, there's so much happening.
Also, a graphic we should have up.
We should, but I bet that's not loaded.
No, it's not. We got this.
Oh man, what is that?
Come to Shawn's comp.
Nothing to do. We could trade cards.
Yeah, probably, and eat some jelly beans.
There's a 99% chance you'll watch me open a box of cards if you come to us.
Man, so that's going to be the thing at your competition, huh? Everybody just bring baseball cards. It'd be like when we're in school, Shawn. Yeah. Everyone bring cards and we can like trade them. Like the pre-party is just people trading baseball cards.
I have an entire shop. I can line cots up. We can everybody stay at Camp Glander. The price is a box of cards. Let's go.
I like this idea.
My wife would not like this idea. And producer Natalie is probably already hating the fact we're talking about sports cards. And it's your fault because you put that picture up. So.
Well, speaking of sports cards, I mean, what episode of Talking Beards would be complete without knowing what cards are sitting in front of you right now? Because I know there's got to be some.
Oh, there is. Okay.
I knew it.
I know no one can see them, but we got gold Jimmy Johnson's and Dale Earnhardt cards. We got hard no, she says. Dre's already.
She said hard no.
This. Jimmy Johnson rookie and fresh out of the package that I opened while we were sitting here because it came from eBay. I've got my Kadarius Toney numbered rookie card that's signed. So, you know.
You're so ridiculous.
I am ridiculous. But as far as my wife knows, I mean, hey, these are free gifts that people off eBay sent me, by the way. Just letting you know.
Did I get to show this off last week? Or was this after the show?
You showed after the show.
Yeah, look. I got my Nancy Kerrigan rookie card. What do you think about that?
Kerrigan rookie.
Probably.
Frickin' both knees included.
Yeah, this is Nancy Kerrigan right there. That's probably worth something, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was so excited to show that off last week.
I'm not gonna lie.
And then I didn't, but there it is. There's my Nancy Kerrigan.
You showed me, which
I know I did, but now I got to show everyone that wanted to know that I have a Nancy Kerrigan card. Corey said when she had 2 gold knees. Yeah. Bruno says I have a Ichiro Suzuki rookie card signed.
That's super cool.
That's a good one.
I think he meant Ichiro, but
whatever. I don't.
Ichiro is the new hot rookie.
Leave me alone. You know, I went to school in Kentucky. I never learned how to read good. It's fine. Anyway. So
sorry, Kentucky.
It's fine. Greg Anderson's here.
Hey, Greg.
Oh my gosh.
Rookie. Look at that.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure this
is pretty well already been announced. This is your photographer for Worlds. So
look at this guy.
That's a big deal.
He's the bestest.
Greg Anderson's the bestest.
He is. Absolutely. All my best pictures have been taken by Greg Anderson.
He's pretty good. What's up, Tim Seeger? He's probably sitting with a bunch of baseball cards all piled around him as well.
If not football cards, but yes, also baseball. Yeah, he just said Paul Skeens. So yes, I would love to do that. Wait.
What's up?
Oh, you're telling me about sport cards places to go to in Pittsburgh? This is not good.
Oh no.
Let's not do that.
How's your week been, Shawn?
My week's been amazing, other than receiving amazing mail for free from eBay. That all these people just love me and send me these cards. I have been just working my butt off, you know. Obviously, I'm assuming saving money for Worlds.
Yeah, you better start doing that. You got 29 days, 13 hours, and 50 minutes to save.
Yeah, figure out, you know, all the monies and all the pitches. So yeah, I'm working on it. I am gonna be working on it. So yeah, other than that, not a whole lot. I guess it's been a pretty boring week. Did go to the lake for the weekend, but other than that, I was just relaxing and sitting around doing nothing that no one wants to hear about. So
we also went to our vacation home this past weekend.
more exciting though.
Yeah. I mean, you've got your vacation home at the lake with your boat. We've got our vacation home at Universal in Orlando.
Yeah,
that's our new hobby. Have we mentioned that's our new hobby, Shawn? Because
yes,
that's our
new hobby. You guys have been doing this a while.
Not like we have. We've gone to Universal like 6 times in like 2
Well,
weeks.
this is the first time you've had a pass, right?
And we're using that bad boy. We almost went not this upcoming weekend, but the following weekend after that, we almost went again, but I think we decided at this point in time, no.
And save money for Worlds.
We didn't say all that. I think we were just like deciding not to or something. Gotcha. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of Worlds, are both of you in the same category at Worlds? Currently, Shawn hasn't registered, and that's one of the things we probably need to talk about tonight. Everyone needs to get registered.
We're all going to find out way more about this. Shawn didn't know he was going for sure until about 15 minutes ago. So he's looking into all the things.
Yeah. So at this point in time, Cardi, once Shawn registers, yes, we are currently both in the same category. Does that change? Who knows? You know, TBD.
I might just come for you, buddy. Who knows? We don't know.
Who knows? I might just run from you. Who knows? Undecided. But the rest of our week, pretty just standard. We drove Friday, hung out Saturday, drove Sunday. Andrew was here and he went home today, and doing training. And then Sunday I leave for Birmingham, Alabama, Roll Tide, and do more training. And then I'm off next Friday. The end. That's my week.
The off days are super rad.
Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Also, Forster update. Still don't have it back.
Interesting. We haven't actually talked about that even off screen. So what the heck is happening with the Forester?
So this is it. So I think last time we talked about this on air or not off air. Anyway, last time I think we spoke, we dropped it off at Subaru, I think last week, Wednesday maybe, or Tuesday or something. Anyway, we dropped it off last week, and it was a few days of back and forth and me trying to get massive discounts from Subaru to do this head gasket. And I think I'm pretty content with the discount that I was able to work out of them. And I think I did a pretty good job, and I was happy with the agreements. But they were taking too long, and I needed a loaner car because, trips and things. So Thursday I went to go get a loaner car, and gave me a brand new Subaru Outback with 80 miles on it. And our car was in there, engine was out, head gaskets were replaced, and they're like, yeah, we're going to put it back together tomorrow. You should have it Saturday. I'm like, well, I'll be out of town Saturday, so I'll see you Monday. And then in my next breath, I said, well, that was, anyway, that was today's Tuesday. I said, hey, you don't happen to have a exhaust manifold laying around, do you? Because I've had a crack in my exhaust manifold for, I don't know, 6 months or so. And I've just been putting off replacing it because I didn't want to. And so I've just had this little exhaust leak going on. And they're like, we don't have an exhaust manifold laying around, but we have a guy that can weld it up for us. I was like, perfect. Weld that bad boy up and let's go. And I talked to him Monday, and the exhaust shop said that it was too cracked for them to repair, or they couldn't repair. Anyway, it was unrepairable. And so they'll put my car back together, and I should have it back Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Car's still not back together. They want a heat cycle the engine a few times and test it out, and they didn't have time to do that today. So hopefully tomorrow I have my car back, and Friday my exhaust manifold gets here, and my plan is to put a new exhaust manifold on it on Saturday. So the end. Mullet update.
Still there.
Is that good? Is that
Yes.
that good? Is that a good update? So yeah, mullet's still there. Let's get into this. We have a very eager Jason Sealand ready to come on the show and answer all your questions, and we're just ready to get into Worlds.
Let's do it.
You know, Shawn's going to Worlds now, so that's more exciting.
Information. So let's go.
Shawn knew nothing about Worlds, so this is just going to be Shawn asking all the questions. So
yeah,
let's get into it. So tonight we have Jason Sealand on the show from the Mad Viking Beard Club, Pennsylvania, and they're putting on the 2025 World Beard Mustache Championships up there in Pittsburg, PA.
That's not Jason Sealand right there, though.
That's not. That's the face of Worlds, Anthony, the cold one, AC Cardi. But this is Jason Sealand. What's up, man? How are you doing?
Good. No, definitely that's Cardi. That is a photo I shot though.
You did take that
awesome.
photo.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is a good photo.
It's pretty good.
It's all right.
Is this thing up on any billboards or anything in Pittsburgh?
I want to put it up on a billboard, but sponsors have been thin, so and things cost money. So
I get it.
We might have somebody do some sidewalk chalk art. We can afford that.
I would gladly draw Anthony Cardi in chalk on a sidewalk. I think I'd probably nail it. Really.
Have you seen some of the chalk art that they do on the Roberta Clemente Bridge?
No.
It's like kind of like 3D. So like, there's this really cool one on Facebook the other day. I think it was done like last weekend, and it had Roberta Clemente with 21, but it was on the sidewalk, but you step like 15, 20 feet away, and it looks like it's vertical.
That's cool.
That's so crazy people can do that.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of that down there by the Warhol Bridge too. So,
well, I don't think I could do anything like that. It'd probably just be like a stick figure guy with like circles around his face. I think that'd be pretty much my extent of my artwork. But
yeah, me too.
Well, you take good pictures, and that's art. So,
yeah, I figured that out a couple years ago. It's fun, good times.
Yeah,
very nice.
So when let's just get into this. You had the fantastic idea of pitching Worlds to come to Pittsburgh. Are you regretting that decision, or are you still super excited about it?
We first pitched for it in 2017. We didn't get it. We lost out to New Zealand, which I think a lot of people on here know that obviously that didn't happen. But we always kind of wanted to do it, and we just got our shot because Blackpool moved back to 27.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, we're in if we got it. So here we are.
And you got it, and yeah, it's gonna happen, and we're getting close, man. 29 days. We popped it up on the website. There it is. 29 days, 13 hours, 41 minutes, dude.
And we're not freaking out at all.
No, everything's fine.
All good.
You're just everything.
I should have some flames behind me and stuff.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like the dumpster's on fire. You're just standing there. It's fine.
I thought that's why the room was red, to be honest with you.
It's on fire.
Right, it's just on fire. Everything is.
I thought I heard some crackling.
It's going to happen at the beautiful Heinz Hall downtown Pittsburgh, and
it's an amazing venue.
Yeah, you've got a lot of cool stuff in store. This event is actually on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So when do all the festivities really get started for Worlds? What do you got in store for everybody?
I'd recommend people coming in as early as they can Wednesday. Okay. We do have the ball game at PNC. The Pirates, that's their last home game for the stretch that we have, so they won't be there. They'll go back out on the road, but they'll be there Wednesday. We are throwing out the first pitch, which is kind of cool.
Are you throwing it out?
I don't know. Like I used to pitch in baseball. high school and all that good stuff. I would
so
love
this
to.
is your shot, Jason.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you're gonna
But
get out there on the mound and throw a heater, and then they're gonna sign you.
maybe Cardi does it. Maybe somebody else. Like Brandon, our club president, or Erin, or somebody gets out there and uh, maybe they just give everybody in the stadium a baseball and we throw it at the home plate.
I mean, that kind of sounds like the best bet, right? Like if you have a beard, just bring a baseball, and then
Right.
everyone just throws
it on the field. No, I haven't really discussed that part of it. I just know it's locked in. Probably reach out. He said he's going to reach out about a week or so before everything goes down to just give us the rundown of where we need to be and all that good stuff. But they're giving us a table out on the concourse, out behind where all of our seats are at.
Okay.
And we get to promote. We get to hand out these these Cardi cards, right?
The Cardi cards.
The Cardi cards. Yeah,
Okay.
we get to pass those out. So I'm really hoping to kind of get a bunch of beardos that have no idea what this is, what it's about. Try to bring some new lifeblood into the community and stuff like that. And that's the plan. That's why we.
I think that's super important, and I think that's a great idea. Going to such a big facility with so many people that aren't beard related, and promoting this thing. So that's
Yep. Plus they're kicking back. So I think tickets are around like $35-$40 or something like that. They're kicking $5 back to our charity, which is Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. And then they're loading $5 of value. So if like you want to get concessions or whatever on the ticket as well, you can do that.
Huh.
So there's some value into the ticket. It's a low cost ticket, pretty affordable, and the seats are great. Seats are awesome.
So are these just like they're giving $5 a ticket back for the beard people's tickets?
Yep.
So you have to go.
If it was the whole stadium, that would be massive, dude.
That's what I was wondering. Is it like
holy crap,
$5 per person?
I don't have those kind of negotiating skills.
Right. That's some mad negotiating right there.
I don't know. I thought that'd be super cool. Maybe they still do it. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Come on, Pittsburgh Pirates, step it up. But so where can people get those specific tickets? Are they still available?
There are one or two posts on the event page on Facebook. We need to put a link onto the website. I don't think we've done that yet. That's coming up. Erin's pretty busy. She's our club secretary. She's pretty much built the website from scratch with very little guidance from me.
Dude, she's done amazing. This website is awesome.
Yep. Couldn't have done this without her. She's just amazing with everything she's put together and kind of keeping me organized. We just kind of clicked and made a good team with this and pushing through and making it happen. I mean, there's a few other people that are helping too. Adam Cosgrove, I'm sure all you know.
Yep.
Mr. Moustache. He is nailing it. He's got us the venue at CMU for the vote to see where we're going to have this in 29.
Yeah, 29.
So we locked that down. He's locked down some parade.
Right?
Yeah, Sunday. Yep. He's locked down some parade routes for Thursday to kick off the event.
Okay.
And then for the Guinness Book of World Records stuff, we're going to be on the Roberto Clemente Bridge and doing all that on there. So he's kind of securing all that stuff and making some behind the scenes moves and stuff like that. And he's been a big help. And I think he's getting us some radio and TV too, local. So
he's a good dude. He's all right for a dude with a mustache. He's not too bad.
Yeah, he doesn't have any hair on his chin, but he's all right.
So you mentioned the parade. When's this parade scheduled to happen? You said Thursday. Is there a set time?
we were going to do the Guinness Book of World Records Thursday morning, but I think we're going to push that back to Friday. So like it's the most amount of people we can probably have at the time to push these records. Thursday is going to be the parade. It's like a couple blocks away from the venue. There's a nice kind of like little tiny waiting area park. It's like almost a whole block or whatever. It's a good staging area. We have permits for that, and I I think we're shutting down the streets too.
Wow.
Nice.
To walk in the streets. The last thing I thought I saw him say, and we might have like cops on horseback, like in front of us. Yeah,
That's insane.
dude, that's cool. Like that was Adam. That was Adam's idea. He's like, "You want horses?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, man!"
Yeah, we want horses. What?
Right,
Who
What are we
says
talking
no
about?
to
So-
that?
right.
So that's
Yeah,
that's going to be Thursday morning, before the event, and so a little before 11, or is that before a little bit before 9? Do you think?
It'll be before 9. That way we can yeah, in the walk will only take like 10 to 15 minutes type of deal. We'll congregate into the square there, and then we'll take off once we get everybody we think we're gonna have, and we'll post all this up, times and everything like that. I was actually thinking about putting like a chat together. Kind of meant to ask you guys behind the scenes what you thought about it, like maybe like a group me or something like that. I don't know. Kind of keep trying to keep everybody organized or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean,
think that's a great idea.
yeah, the group me's used to be huge. Like every beard competition I went to from 2014 until like COVID had a group me, and then it
Right.
just kind of quit. So, I mean, let's bring back the group me for Worlds.
Let's bring it back. All right.
Bring it back, man. I'm good with it. So yeah, just keep it up
It
to
helps
date.
keep everybody knowing where everything is, and that's huge.
That's right.
You know, I mean,
Right. Yeah, I think once we have the schedule that's varied out in as far as like where to be and everything like that, we'll put each day out. It'll be on the website. It'll be on the Facebook event page, and probably we'll just toss it up in a group me too. So
Nice. So we got some parade on Thursday morning. The Guinness Book is on Friday. You said that's still
Obviously,
kind of
yeah.
tentative because
yeah,
It was-
Friday
it was
morning.
Thursday.
Yeah.
and that'll be around the same time ish, right? A little bit before 9, so
Mhm.
people can still get to the venue.
Yeah, I've been made aware it should only take about 2 hours. We're attempting 4 different attempts.
which
there's
are
a
Going
a
for all
full beard.
4. Okay.
Yeah, there's like a full beard attempt.
Mhm.
I think that's where you need at least from like here down like 8 inches.
So it's
or
actually from
full
the chin. So it's not the competitive measurement. It needs to be 8 inches of hair from the chin down.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you just
Yeah, I
you
gotta-
need that little bit of extra length so you can attach people. You know,
It-
I
So
am out.
you're
It's
out,
for
buddy.
sure. Yeah.
I mean,
You're
it
right
looks
there,
nice, but
you're
out.
right there. Don't shave till it happens, and then you might be in.
You have
I'm just
29
kinda like-
days,
Yeah,
40
push it.
hours.
Brian Nelson has some bars that were made a few years back to measure the
does.
length.
Yeah.
They're color coded and everything. I'm sure he'll
But
bring those.
he's going to be helping out with that, which is awesome because he's done it so many times. And yeah, so full beard, partial beard, mustache, and like a craft chain too, which is pretty rad.
Yeah, I think that craft chain, we learned a lot last time we did it in Everett. And I think if women come out and make some big old long yarn mustaches, I think we can beat that one.
Oh yeah,
For
for sure.
I think that's extremely attainable. I mean, all of them should be attainable, but beard people and showing up early, who knows? It's a bunch of people may be there, they might not.
Yeah, especially after karaoke night the night before, right?
Yeah. The women will be there.
9, and you said something about having it wrapped up in 2 hours. How far away is this attempt from the venue?
3 or 4 blocks.
Okay.
Everything is in walking distance.
Okay,
If
perfect.
you don't mind walking a few blocks here and there, or a 5 or 10 minute walk over across the Clemente Bridge or something like that, or over to the North Shore, there's no reason to Uber all weekend unless you really want to go out somewhere, right? Everything that we're tossing down is in walking distance, so it's awesome.
Sweet.
It's like you thought it out, Jason.
Whew, for a while.
Well, I just remember, I can't remember what Friday said, but I was like, I think Friday, aren't I supposed to be somewhere like between 10 and 11? Wouldn't that be my category? So
You are Friday at 11.
Okay,
or
11.
11 in
Yeah.
the morning.
I will be quick walking from the from the record.
All right, so we got a couple questions in the chat.
All right.
Ghost says, so the partial beards get a full beard or partial?
Record.
For the record.
A
So
full
can
record
partial,
or a partial record.
So partial beard, is he asking, can partial beards be in the full beard?
No, it's Ghost, and he's asking if they only get a partial record.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Anyway,
here's the comment you went to.
Yeah. Are there going to be food vendors at the World's event?
Not so much vendors. So the venue is catered.
Okay.
They're putting together a Pittsburgh menu. Last Tuesday, we sat down with the venue, and Chef Nick from the Renaissance, which is one of the host hotels, which is like literally a block away from Hines. He's coming in and he's putting together a special menu for our event. Everything from like sliders to pierogies and all kinds of like Pittsburgh type fare, right? They're also doing some special drinks with a couple vendors and giving $4 back per drink to our charity, which is kind of cool. And then we plan on having a local brewery to us, which is in Grove City. We're hoping it's Big Rail. We're just waiting to hear back to see if he can produce enough beer for this. He's pretty busy. It's a pretty popular spot out our way, and we wanted to take him down there with us. So we're going to have like a brewery truck in the courtyard. So there's like this kind of really cool outside area right off the main part of the venue. Like it's fenced in and everything, but you can pull like trailers and vendors and all this stuff in it, and it's beautiful. It's really relaxing. You can see like the skyscrapers when you look up around you and stuff like that. But we'll have a cigar venue. Cigar vendor out there. We'll have a brewery out there. We'll have a 3D truck that scans people and prints them out, you know.
Very cool.
Yep.
So everybody can have their own action figure.
Yep. And all of the everybody that's a judge at Worlds, my company, Mad Viking, sponsored this for all the judges. They each get a statue of themselves for free.
That's so
all the
awesome.
judges. Yeah.
That's
way cool.
Man, that's freaking cool. Thank you, Mad Viking. From all the judges, they all collectively said that to you.
Yeah,
I heard them. They were yelling.
I think we let it sneak out when we were on the Beard to Respect podcast a couple weeks ago, but we didn't really get into it. And I wanted to mention it before, just kind of put it out there again.
Well, that's awesome. Is that a Pittsburgh 3D printing business person, or do they travel in?
No, they're out of Columbus actually.
Okay.
They have locations everywhere in the United States, and that was the closest one. So that guy's coming in. But
is that the same dude that came to Scranton, or is it just the same type?
No, that guy actually went out of business. We tried to track him down. It's a different process too. The process that this it's called Shrink 3D. They got a good website, but their process is way more detailed. They can edit, they can fix things. Like I know before in the past they had problems with some of the curls printing and stuff like that. Here they can actually add supports and kind of like really build it to actually what it looks like without having to totally rely on the scan. And it's super detailed. And I mean, the larger you get, I think they can do like an 18-inch or something like that, all the way down to a 3 or something. So, but they're super detailed, more than they were in the past, I guess.
That's badass. Technology's really getting out of control.
Pretty crazy,
really.
Right. I mean, who wouldn't want an 18-inch fucking Aaron Johnston running around, right?
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
No, I think Shawn, you should get Erin printed, and Erin should get Shawn printed, and then have it sitting right there on your.
They have to be on the show as well.
Yeah, on the show. Like you guys are
being little Shawn, just like
yep,
hanging out. Like you got a toad on his shoulder.
Yep. Right. You need that. That'd be awesome.
We got another question. Born Bearded says, can I ask a question about Worlds? I'll be attending for one of the vendors there and running their table. What would the process be to be able to compete on one of those days? So I'm assuming.
Buy a ticket?
Oh, I mean, he's probably the only person vending, holding the table down. I don't know. So this dude's vending at Worlds. What information would you give him to still compete?
Yeah. So let's hit this a couple different ways. So if he's the only vendor for his table, we can just specifically say, hey, you're gonna have to shut down at this point, or trust somebody that can run the table for you or something. But yeah, just like Nat said in the background, just buy a ticket. Come to pre-judging on Wednesday or in the morning, the day of your category. But you're going to have to look at the website or the Facebook page to see when your chosen category is going to compete. That's why we kind of recommend, if you don't know your category, please come on Wednesday so we can kind of fit you into one and make sure that you didn't come on Friday, but the category you actually needed was on Thursday. So,
right. Good point.
Yeah, definitely come in on Wednesday if you're unsure of your category. But that's all I would recommend.
So with that being said, are you going to be able to purchase tickets day of to compete, or do you need to purchase your tickets in advance?
Spectator tickets during those days, no problem. Erin and I were talking about it. She said she could just do it the morning of, she'll be working front of house. So we wanted to kind of get a good idea of who's competing in what, but I think we're just going to let it roll all the way till that morning each day,
So obviously it's better if you hurry up and get in there, get your tickets, get everything figured out. You'll have everything waiting there for you. You don't got to figure out what you're doing. You don't have to be rushed for time. But if you decide last minute, even more last minuter than me, obviously they're not going to lock you out.
Right. Yeah.
I was going to try to say minutary, but I don't think I could. But
you did it.
I did it. But yeah, you don't like not go just because you decided that morning you want to compete.
Yeah,
but it would be best to get your ticket in advance. Like,
please.
Yeah, it would definitely help everybody out. So if you're watching this and you can hear the sound of my voice and you're going to Worlds, go ahead and go to the website and get your tickets. Especially if you're competing, right? So
yes.
But if you're still on the fence, they're not going to turn you away day of. But if you're going, stop being a regular beard person and procrastinating and waiting to the last minute. Just go ahead and just purchase your ticket. If you're going, just go ahead and just do it.
Okay. So
just do it. So there you go.
How long is 20 centimeters?
20 centimeters is over 8 inches. It's like 7.
It's under it.
Hey, Google.
Yeah. 7.8 inches.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a point of contention too, that we've never really had to deal with ourselves, because we've always just thrown, local, English standard units of measurement comps, like 8 inches, 8 to 12, 12 to 18, whatever. But I thought it was very important to kind of like convert and kind of work with everybody coming from overseas, and it's pretty easy. It's not that bad, so
right.
We'll figure it out. We all have Google in our pocket, so we can
right.
Us Americans can figure it out. But yeah, to answer your question, it's right under 8 inches. So you just noticed something, Shawn? Is that what you're doing? You're just looking through categories? Is that what's happening?
I might be buying my ticket as we speak.
Oh, okay. There you go. Shawn's on it. So if Shawn can do it, anybody can do it. So
right. I'm showing you how quick and easy it can be right now to buy your competitor ticket.
All right. So we got some questions in the chat.
It's a multi-question.
Multi-question. Here we go. Jacob Toast says, "It's Friday, the last day of comp." Because just wondering, because a full beard freestyle category going to be styling as long as possible.
Yep. We're trying to push, just looking at the schedule, we tried to push anything that was styled towards the end or middle, so you didn't have to just kick right off in the morning and wake up at 3:00 in the morning to start styling or anything like that. But also we've had some questions about best in show and stuff like that. We're going to take photos backstage. We're going to have men's and women's top 3 category finalists for best of show Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So at the very end, we'll have photos of all those 9 people, nine men, 9 women, and we will have a select group of judges judge based on those photos. And we can pull everybody up on stage for that too. So the people will know if they're a category finalist on Thursday or Friday, so they'll know to stick around, right? That was the only way that we could really operate this and not just lump every styled category together and kind of lose a continuity feel that we wanted by putting this on. So we're attempting this differently, and I hope everybody likes how we're gonna change that a little bit, and we'll see what happens. I've heard some yays and I've heard some nays, so
you're never gonna please everybody. So you
No,
no, definitely not.
It
you
is
definitely go
not
crazy
possible to make
trying to
everybody
do that.
Yep.
Let's see. Bruno says, what about if you are competing for freestyle and you want to do the full beard chain?
Well, freestyle Saturday, so
Yeah,
full
so
beard
yeah,
chain's Friday.
full beard freestyle. Yeah, there you go. So there's your answer. Full beard freestyle is Saturday, so you'd be good to go for full beard chain on Friday. Unless you're going to be styled up for 2 straight days, then I guess you'd have to link some beards to freestyle, I guess. But probably not going to be styled up 2 days in a row.
Kind of cool to have the freestyle in there, but a little harder to keep it connected, maybe.
I think it would be easier to connect to if you
think so.
Yeah, I mean,
because
it's just
rigid.
there, right? Like it's
Yeah.
already hard and in a shape. You just kind of clip to it, especially if you like added some hairspray and then their hairs stick to it.
Right.
I think that's the way the chain should be. I think it should all be freestyle beards and they should be hairsprayed together.
Yeah, no clips or nothing. Just
a giant freestyle. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we'll get a gotta be glued sponsorship and everything.
Yeah, I thought 2029 Worlds.
Yep, there you go, Shawn. You can start reaching out right now for.
I'm gonna reach out to Gorilla Glue. I mean, because I think
don't you do that. You.
All right.
All right. Well, let's see. Jody Roween says, will there be a competitor chart? Like how many in each?
We just talked about that 2 days ago, Erin and I. She gave me a spreadsheet of who was signed up and what categories and stuff they thought they would be in, right? Because that might change. Right. Some people don't quite. That's one question we've had a lot, from people coming in that's never been to a Worlds. They're like, what category do I do? So they're sending a picture and we're like, this or that, you could do, whatever, right? So I think it's, like I said before, it's more important people come on Wednesday to try to find that category, right? But yeah,
I'm registered.
You did it.
I did it.
So you and Erin are going against each other?
We are both at right now in over 20.
Over 20 centimeters. Head to head, Shawn. You and me.
Yes. Head to head. Whoop your booty.
Yeah, I know you are, man. I can't wait.
Coming for you, Dawson.
You mentioned Wednesday having a pre-register on Wednesday.
Yeah, there's a pretty rad welcoming party at Shorty's Pins and Pints, and it's on the North Shore. Brewery type, game type place. They have duck pin bowling. They have a ton of like pinball machines, shuffleboard tables. They have fire pits inside, outside. There's bocce. There's all kinds of cool stuff. It's a really rad spot. It's right on the river. Thinking about trying to secure that for fireworks too on Friday night. But yeah, the welcoming party's there. We'll have a spot set up for the pre-judges to check everybody out, get them in their category. So it kind of takes heat off those, mornings before their categories, right? They don't have to.
Yeah.
If you check in Wednesday, you don't have to check in the morning of your category right now.
Unless it's a styled category. Correct.
Right. Unless it's styled, yeah.
If you are a styled category, you have to get prejudged that morning that you are competing between 9 and 11.
Yep.
Styled mustaches, full beard style mustaches, freestyles. I guess that's it, right?
Yeah.
Partial
They just want to make
freestyles,
sure you're not using sticks and strings like Cardi does.
sticks and
when he does
stones,
it.
because they'll break my bones.
Yeah, because Cardi always puts,
Duct tape.
wire and all kinds of stuff in his. So we're going to make sure that no one's doing any craziness like that. But yeah, if you're just in a natural category, you can get judged or prejudged on Wednesday. And what time did you say the open and close of that event was on Wednesday?
For the welcoming party, probably around 6 to 10.
6
But
to 10.
I mean, I think they're open till 1 in the morning. So if everybody wants to get crazy, let's do it, right?
I don't think we're going to be doing any prejudging at 1 o'clock in the morning. 6 to 10 sounds all right.
I thought we were getting
maybe we
crazy
will
at that time of the night.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Jason Sealand will take over prejudging at 10:01 to 1 o'clock.
10:01. So everybody's going to be in one category.
There you go.
Saturday.
Like full beard,
No matter what.
8 inches. Everybody.
Everybody's in there.
Because that category is not going to be full enough.
Right.
Kay has a question. So this is a second part to Born Bearded earlier. So just to clarify, Born Bearded and I have vendor passes, so he doesn't need a ticket for entry. So to compete, does he need to buy a full competitor ticket, or can he pay separately just to compete?
He can get a hold of Erin, our club secretary. It's Erin at wbmc2025.com. That's her email. And just tell her that you got vendor passes and you just want to pay the difference, and she'll send you a PayPal invoice and hook you up with your competitor ticket.
Boom. That is
Perfect. Nailed it. All right. Man, I mean, we've got a bazillion questions. I know we can keep going.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm good.
You've got 127 judges, I think, that you've pretty well announced already, right?
And
Seems
16 more coming, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man, we've taken a little bit of heat about that. And I think what people don't realize, it's 37 categories spread across 3 days.
Nobody wants to sit there and judge for
each session's gonna probably be 5 to 6 hours. So a morning session, afternoon session. So there's like 6 kind of spots. There's 2 on each day, right? And 7 judges at a time. So right now we're sitting at 37 judges total. I think I've announced about 22 or something like that. I'm not totally sure, but we do have more to announce in these last final days wrapping up. But a bunch of cool judges. We need them, so please realize why.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have all these judges to you have to rotate.
Yep.
I mean, people just staring at beards all day long seems pretty easy until you've sat there for 8 straight hours, and there's you've got to get breaks. So in order for there to be breaks, you need an abundance of judges. So it makes sense. It just I swear you've been announcing judges for over a year. It just feels
that's kind of like we took too much time, I think, between them starting out, and now we're kind of pushing down to the last 29, 30 days, and I probably have like 15 judges kick out. So I'm literally every other day I'm just going to be like dropping them.
Well, I mean, and it also brings traction to the Facebook page, and it gives stuff for you to share, and it lets new people see some beard faces, and just brings more attention to the event. So it makes sense to just start bombarding the socials with pictures of these amazing judges. I mean, it's a heck of a lineup, and like it says here on the website, more judges to be announced. So I mean, there's tons of them. Anyway, now
there's a lot of judges in there that's been champions, nationals, worlds, all that stuff. So excited to have them on board, with all of that expertise. Like you're definitely going to be judged by the best.
Absolutely. And that's it's worlds. It should be the best of the best up there judging. Raven says, question, do judges get to compete or just judge? I'm still new to the beard competitions, and I think he was just kind of curious.
So our judges are allowed to compete. There are some that are choosing to do so, but they cannot compete on the same day they judge.
Makes sense. So,
Right.
That's
Right.
something that you can do at Worlds with there being multiple days of competition. You can just say, I'll judge on Friday and compete on Saturday or vice versa or whatever.
Yep. And we'll be shortly after we get the final list on the judges here, we will put together a list and a schedule for all of them as well.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right, let's keep moseying through here. Trophies. How's the trophy situation going to work? Are you going to announce after each category? You going to wait to the end of the night? And the second part of that, do you have trophies picked out?
So trophies. We've had a lot of contentions about this too. Everybody's like, right after the category, I just want to see if I won or not, and then I'm out. And we're not going to do that. We're going to do it at the end of the day. We're not going to save it up for, because some people can't be there every day. But it will be each day will be at the end of the day.
Well, the plus about that is you're doing live scoring, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're throwing up the paddles. That one, that was unanimous. I think there's a couple people that said something about not doing that because they were kind of like, one was a judge and they're like, I don't want to let everybody know but you have to, like, it's got to be open, right?
Part of it.
Yep.
Well, I like the live judging. I think, we were in discussions with that. It's never really been a big thing here in the States as far as competitions goes. But my selling point to myself for the live judging was the crowd reactions at Worlds in Germany. I thought that was amazing because people would get all 10s or whatever and people would go crazy. People were super pumped up, or if someone that they thought were going to get a bunch of scores, they got low scores and there was oohs and ahs. People gave a crap,
Yeah, it cool. It adds a super entertaining type of vibe to it. To where if you can't see the scores, you're just there's no change of emotion there.
There's you definitely have to jacked up about.
Yeah, you definitely have to have that. So I'm all for that. And then the trophies, we were going to do everything from 3D printed statues to gold, silver, bronze medals to certificate. We put all everything in the basket, and then we're just like, you know what? Our club is known for doing skate decks, and we're just gonna keep doing those.
I love it.
We brought on a super artist in the past. We've kind of just either done them ourselves or 1 or 2 years. Even Erin, our club secretary, she did one of our COVID years for Monsters Ball. But usually keep it in house. But this year we hired. We're bringing on Dano Arts. If you look him up on Instagram or TikTok, it's spelled DAYNOARTS, Dano Arts. And him and his brother Blake's going to be there, and they are doing some phenomenal artwork. They're basically, the concept is we're doing a giant poster, right, with some elements of Pittsburgh, Whiskerinas, bearded guys, like the bridge, the incline cars, stuff like that. So it's going to be this giant poster with all kinds of stuff going on in it. And like a beard chain, since we're doing the Guinness Book of World Records, that's going to be the perimeter of the whole poster. So he's going to have those signed there for sale on his table, which is pretty cool. All goes to charity. So and then we're splitting that artwork into 3 sections, so there will be 3 different boards that you can get.
Will that be first, second, and third different arts, or is it just cool?
So we're not quite sure what we're going to, if one is just going to be first, one's going to be second, one's going to be third across the board, or if we're actually giving, say, any of the craft categories, right? We're going to have maybe one of the sections is a craft competitor or something like that, and they're just all different colored versions or something like that with first, second, third, or something like that.
Right.
I like this idea.
Yeah, we're kind of debating back and forth about that, but I think that's what we're gonna do. Because there is a partial on the poster, there's a full beard on the poster, and then there's a craft competitor on the poster. So we tried to represent the best we could. And I seen a peek yesterday. I should have this art in a couple days. He wanted to just take a couple extra days. He was like, I want to make this super badass. And he's like, if I give it to you now, he's like, it's cool. He showed it to me, and I'm like, yeah, it's really rad. Like, I can't wait to see how you're gonna make it way better than that. So
yeah, how are you gonna make this better?
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. If you check out his channel, like they do these this kind of skit. What do you want me to draw now, or what? Where people just, I think it's called Draw the Comments.
Okay.
And people comment and they're like, hey, I want a dinosaur wearing a sombrero eating a pizza or something like that, right? And they'll just be on the whiteboard, just draw that right out. And then it's a really high energy type of skit on all of his channels that he does. They're going to film 2 or 3 of those live at the event on stage during breaks and stuff like that for entertainment. And super cool guys, super high energy. I'm stoked we get to work with them for all of this, but that's kind of like who's and what's behind this, behind the trophies, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's good backstory about the trophy. So we're going to have super cool art and the Mad Vikings skate decks that everybody was probably secretly hoping that would be the trophies, and that's going to be the trophy. So I mean, that's you guys, that's y'all are the skate decks, and I think that's perfect. I think that was the right call, and that's awesome. Super pumped up about that. People get to use them as their carry-on. Right. So
there's your first question.
First question. So you mentioned they're going to do stuff during intermission.
Yep.
You're going to have a live stream going on during this 3-day event, right?
Yeah, that's going to be cool. I have
hear about this.
We have a bunch of people filming, wanting to film. We have we have a camera crew from Germany that wants to do a documentary. They're supposed to come in. Erin was talking to them the other day about coming in. We have a couple magazines that like men's health type vibe kind of articles that might come out from this.
Very cool.
But we're also doing our own live feed for a stream, right? And we're going to have none other than Nick Mott from the Florida Mad Viking Club and Mr. Aaron Johnston. They're going to MC the live stream basically for all the whole weekend. So interviewing people, talking about the competition, all kinds of stuff. Going to be super entertaining. I specifically picked out these 2 people. I'm pumped to see it once it's all done, and we have a professional crew coming in. We'll probably have about 5 or 6 different looks onto the stage and behind the scenes and stuff like that. Not only the live roaming crew as well. So,
well, I thank you for thinking about me and picking me out, and me and Nick have been talking a little bit, and I think it's going to be cool. I'm nervous about doing it, but I think it's going to go well, and
you'll be fine.
You'll do great.
We'll just forget that there's even a camera, and we'll just go around harass people, and it'll all work out. Just stick your mic in people's faces and just make them say stuff. So,
yep, that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the whole blooper reel. We'll sell those for charity, and we'll kick that out on Facebook, and everybody can check out the blooper reel, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that.
No bloopers from us.
No bloopers.
We'll be professional.
Right.
No hiccups. No mess ups.
I don't believe that.
it'll be fine. There was a question I saw pop up. There it goes. Sorry if I missed it, but where and when is the Wednesday pre-register?
That's going to be at Shorty's Pins and Pints on the North Shore. So it's probably like about 2-3 blocks away from the stadium on the from the ballpark on the North Shore. So,
and I'm sure will that all this information will be on the website, right? If it's not
yep.
already.
There's it'll be on the website soon. That's something that Erin's been working on. It is on Facebook on the event page right now. I did make a post a few weeks ago about the Wednesday welcoming party and the Thursday karaoke at the Tequila Cowboy.
Oh yeah, so
That's a Thursday after party.
We're out of time, but we still got stuff. So there's just an abundance of after parties, right? So like is every night have an after party or?
Friday's a little bit more low key. I think it's just going to be kind of like if I can secure a spot at Shorty's for the Friday fireworks, I'm going to do that because it's right on the river and it's kind of prime real estate. But I'll see what I can do there. If not, everybody can just go see fireworks on their own. I'd rather have everybody together. I feel like that's what bearding is about anyway, right? Mm-hmm. So if I could pull that off, I will. And Saturday we're thinking about having like a wing eating competition up on Mount Washington.
Very cool.
I gotta talk to Adam about that. He's kind of in charge of that at the moment, but super cool spot up there, great vibe, the best view of the city, right? And that one you would definitely probably want to Uber to, but other than that, that'd be the only location for the whole weekend that you might want to Uber.
Do you know what time the fireworks are Friday night?
I want to say last year was like 9 to 10 or like 9:30 to 10.
Because Pittsburgh puts on a hell of a display, and I think that was kind of the thought process behind putting Worlds on in Pittsburgh on 4th of July weekend, right? It was just to show the world what we do, and this Friday is what we do.
Yeah, it's Zambelli Fireworks throws that every year. They're huge up where we're at, and I don't think I've ever seen a better fireworks display anywhere I've ever been, other than the city of Pittsburgh. But I'm sure there is, but it's pretty rad.
Definitely excited to see it, no doubt about it.
And you're gonna be there, Shawn.
I'm gonna be there. I should still be awake by 9:30 at night too.
They make Red Bulls for a reason. You'll be fine.
Ew.
More questions.
Bulls aren't from Pittsburgh, right?
Can I spray my beard out to the sides for the Guinness records, or does it have to be natural?
That's a stumper for me because, like I said, Brian Nelson's
no clue
going to be super involved with this. He's done it in the past, and I'm going to be working with him on it. He did send me all the rules over, but I haven't digested all of them to be able to, answer this 100% dead on. I would say you're going to want to come fairly natural, but that's something I can look into.
Wrong if you come in sprayed.
There you go. So you can come sprayed, but it would probably be easier just to be natural. But you're not going to be, kicked out if you come styled up. It would just, not styled up, but styled out, sprayed out, or whatever.
Sprayed or not, you should always be natural. Just do it. Like it's just the right. It's good advice.
Yeah. Sprayed or not, just be natural.
Just be natural.
Shawn Glander. That's a T-shirt. Raven, and we'll start wrapping this up. Raven says, will Worlds be streaming on YouTube or some service live? Asking for my mom who's texting me, LOL.
Yep. Yeah, we'll put the link on the website. We'll drop the link on the Facebook event page and everywhere else we can throw it. It'll probably end up on Mad Viking's YouTube channel, more than likely, because we're the main sponsor, because nobody else wanted to give us money for the most part, or that kind of money, which is fine. It's awesome. And so we'll put that link out. It'll be on our company's YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yep.
So it'll be on there. Do you think it'll you'll link it to the website as well, or do you think
Yes.
it'll live on the YouTube channel?
It'll be both places.
Okay,
You'll probably. I'm gonna try to do some sort of embed or something like that, to where you can just.
that was the
click
word I
and
was looking for.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, cool. Well, it should work. I mean, the original link can go to YouTube, and then I think, like you said, you can embed it on the website and just see it everywhere. So you'll be able to watch Worlds live on July 3rd to the 5th, no matter if you're there or not. I mean, you can be there live and still watch the live stream, because you'll have me and Nick Mott keeping you entertained, probably.
Yeah,
So,
there's a bunch of TVs in venue, so like if you're not right at the stage, you'll know what's going on.
dude, this is exciting. It's getting close. Like, it's getting
Too
real
close.
close. It's real, Jason. It's getting real.
Too
29
close.
days.
Yeah.
It is.
But
Yeah, there's a
super
bunch of final touches that we need to put on it, but we're pretty much almost there, and we can't wait.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for coming on. And like I said, man, we could have talked for another hour and went over every detail, but we hit some high points. And if you've got questions, you can probably hit up the Facebook event page. There's probably hit up Jason. Erin's probably got answers. You might be able just to rewatch this episode and get the answer for yourself, because we answered a good bit of questions and chit chatted for a little bit.
A lot of it.
Man, covered a good bit. But Worlds, it's happening. It's in the States. Everybody come to Pittsburgh and go to WBMC2025.com and get your tickets. Get them now.
Yep.
Do it. It was easy. I did it while we were talking.
If Shawn Glander can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah. I mean, I might have signed up for Craft Whiskerina, but I bought a ticket,
But you bought a ticket. That's the main thing.
I'm proud of you, Shawn.
Thank you. Thank you.
Greg Anderson's here. World famous Greg Anderson.
Yeah, he's going to be the official photographer of the event.
And there's probably no better photographer in the world than Greg Anderson. So,
yeah, him and Jeffrey Moustache are a couple of the top two. Definitely top ones for sure.
Top ones. They're tied.
Always love seeing Craig's work after a call. So
yeah, dude, he takes great pictures and he just magically gets them everywhere. So come to Worlds and get your picture taken and end up on Yahoo News or something.
Probably will.
Yeah, you want it.
Man, Jason, thank you for coming by, man. Thank you for all the good information and man, I'm looking forward to Worlds and coming up there and seeing you guys and seeing what kind of show you're going to put on, because I know it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. This has been awesome. Good conversation, and I'm sure everybody can't wait to see your face on the event live stream.
I'm sure they're just super pumped about it.
Dying for it.
All right, Jason, you have a great night, my friend.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yep.
All right. Well, there it is. Everybody go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Worlds. It's coming. 29 days, 12 hours, 51 minutes, and 36 seconds away. It'll be happening live in Pittsburgh. Show off your facial hair. Get a skate deck. Go to all the pre-parties and after parties and the parade and the Guinness fireworks. Get pictures with Greg Anderson.
Yeah,
everything.
He loves selfies.
Do all the things. There's man. So it's just going to be action-packed week, really. I mean, it starts doing stuff on Wednesday. So get into town on Tuesday and take a breath. Walk around beautiful downtown Pittsburgh. Go to the the museums, and we didn't even get into the furries. The furries are in town. Apparently, it's like Furries Worlds or whatever as well.
World of Furries.
So much World of Furries are going to be there. It's going to be a lot, and it's going to be amazing. So Heinz Hall looks cool. All the bridges. Everything Pittsburgh has, you're gonna be there and go see it. That's
just look for the water. You'll find the bridges.
There you go. There's bridges and water everywhere. That's kind of Pittsburgh's thing, Shawn.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that was pretty successful. We got a lot of information out of Jason, and yeah, dude, everybody go get your tickets for Worlds. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
If you're going, go get them early. Don't wait till the last minute. It simplifies things for everyone on the working side of the event
Right.
to get them
Right.
early. So
Organization is key on an event like this, and you can help out yourself just by doing that. So,
that's it. So let's get into these real quick. Hit up Natalie. Go get some Nat's little buds. She's needs some work to do. You know, we got to pay for Worlds, so help her out and keep her busy. She makes all the cool things. She's gonna get mad because these are old, and I need some updated ones in here. But she makes all the cool stuff. Go check her out. Nat's Little Buds, Instagram, Facebook, and I think she's got an email address. I don't know. Nat's Little Buds at Gmail, I think, something like that. Or you just hit up Natalie. You know, you know who Natalie is, and BSBB, right? Go get you some big sexy beard and body. Get you ready for Worlds. You can utilize that promo code Talking Beards. You can save 20% off your order at bigsexybeardandbody.com. And Shawn, you know what else? We have kind of a new sponsor, I guess. We're going to go with Simply Me, right?
Simply Me.
The ladies of BSBB have launched their own brand. There's cuticle oil, there's bracelets, there's face wash, and there's air diffusers. You can get everything.
They're for your car. Like you
Or
just
your-
hang it in your
or
car.
your closet.
I mean, I could hang one in my closet.
I guarantee it
could
would
do that.
work.
It'd be a
But yeah,
smelly closet.
Get everything that you can at simplymeproducts.com. You can go to the regular Big Sexy Beard and Body website, and there's a link over there. But yeah, go check it out. It's all very well priced, and yeah,
And
That's it.
amazing. Top quality.
Where's the next one? Worlds, or this episode. We go, if you're talking about this episode, we go live every Tuesday at 8:00 Eastern right here on YouTube. The next beard competition is probably this upcoming weekend in West Virginia.
Check
Go
out the
to
beard
thebeardcalendar.com and full list of beard competitions, and go to WBMC2025.com and you get all your information about Worlds. And that's all I got, man.
That's
You got
it.
anything,
That was
Shawn?
a lot. We covered a lot.
I'm sweaty.
Yeah, I actually started thinking about it more after you said that. I'm like, this closet could use an air diffuser after the show's
Yeah,
over.
there you go. Well, I know where you can get one. I
Yes.
know where you get one.
in my
SimplyMeProducts.com. Get you an air diffuser, Shawn.
Yes. I could do
All
that.
right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Go to Worlds, and yeah,
I'll see
everybody
you
have a-
there.
Shawn will be there, and I'll be there. Natalie will be there. So everybody have a great night, a great weekend, and guess what? We will see you next Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
See you later.